Okay. Everybody's ready?
Weiss, bringen wir Blumen zu Nichsefo Nafshi, bringen wir Blumen zu den Briefen. Es ist ein frischer Gast du bei uns. Wir haben eingetreten das erste Mal last week. Baruch Hashem, and we already got him here. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Whoever doesn't know Reuvein, he is from the CK Anshe Shleimenu here in Breslov. It means from the old timers. The old timers here.
I look like an old person.
As long as you don't say into the light.
No,
Hashem,
young at heart.
Say into the light.
Young at heart, but Baruch Hashem. Shkoy for joining us.
Thank you.
He's not. He's young at heart. I mean, he's a
he's a
veteran wrestler. That's
by 90 years I should be young like this. Somebody told me before that the thing to be old, it's not an age, it's a mentality. You can be old when you are young, and you can be young when you're old. It doesn't go in the years. It's something.
That's what ITUish meant, no? Did I ever say ITUish?
ITUish. Oh, this is the noise that we want to speak about.
Don't get dry.
We want to speak about the noise ITUish. Okay. So let's start something.
Dry piece of wood.
So we're gonna have Sichas Reuvein over here. So the first thing is that it's makabel time and dime, because if I want to learn English also, this is one thing that I want over here, and also I want to give over the Torah from the Rebbe. So it's makabel time and dime. So whoever can knows how to teach me English better. So
I'll make a deal with you.
Yeah.
You teach me some English, I'll teach you some English. You teach me some Yiddish.
Oh, that's
If
something.
you want to have a cavrusa,
That's something.
I've
So
been trying for 20 years.
Okay. So it probably is gonna happen now. This thing is gonna happen now because you're gonna learn me English and I'm gonna learn
We're not
you
going to
Yiddish.
do it in one night.
No, it's not. Now it's gonna be a lot of Yiddish words that we're gonna learn. Okay, gewaldig. So Baruch Hashem, we now Lail Shishi Parshas Korach. Parshas Korach is a gewaldige parsha for Breslov people, because the whole thing of Korach is the machloike with Moshe Rabbeinu, and the whole thinking of Korach, when the whole thing that it says in the Belagiyah Korach Hakadusoi, the whole thing is to have a bittul to Moshe, and to not to be mezalzel in Moshe, and to know that you got to listen to Moshe. This is the main message from the parsha this week. So, and that's why we are Breslov people. Baruch Hashem, that we have the zechiyah to believe and to give ourselves over to our manik, Amiti, the Heilige Rebbe. So this is something that in Breslov, in the world, it's so ugefreik, the Breslov Mishaguam, it looks like when people say Breslov Mishaguam, it reminds me from the Medrash that says that Korach, he came to his wife. In Parshas Baloischa, it says that Moshe Rabbeinu took the Levium, and Hashem told him that he should shave the beards and everything, all the hair take off, and also to pick up all the Levium. So he came home to his wife, and he said that that Moshe Rabbeinu uso is suchel, make me like a silly, that I felt like a nothing. So this is something that, but the emes was that this is what that we want to talk about this week. It's in Hilchashlicha Kana Luchadalat. That this was the emes, the real thing of Korach, and this is also the thing for us, because the nekuda is that the Levi. The concept is that a Levi is from Sitra de Dina, Sitra de Gvira. It says is Kohen is Yemen, and Levi is small. That means Kohen is Chesed, and Levi is Gvira. And Yisroel is Teferes. Yisroel Ashubachu Atzpur Teferes in the Spheres is Chesed is the right side, and Gvira the left side. So Chesed is Pashta, it's white, and Gvira is black, and Teferes is the middle. That is getting together, white and black together is all the colors. So it's a lot of colors. In Yisroel, it's Kluli Zagavna. This is what it says. But this is the Shainkai that Hashem Yisborach says, Yisroel Asher Bachu Atzpur, that I see it's so nice to have Kluli Zagavna. Because Klal Yisrael is a mix, all kind of dyes. But the beginning is Kohen and Levi. So Kohen is Chesed, and Levi is Gevira. So Gevira means, Gevira is all the tzimtzum, all the tzimtzimim, all the dinam is Geviras. And all chesed, ashpuas, and srachvas, hepech from tzimtzum, the opposite from tzimtzum is chesed. So the avoida, every time, all the time when a person sins, all chatuim, the does, then he got to come up to Beis Mikdash and bring a carbon. So the avoida is, they should bring it for the kohen and the Levi, kahana v'avedusam, levim b'techunam, and then Yisrael b'mamudam, and this is the avoida that the Yisrael is bringing the carbon, and he brings it for the kohen and the Levi. So what is the thing? What is the concept? What is the idea from the deep thing? What is the carbon for? And the thing is, when a person is doing kanavaida, that means that he fall into dinam. All kind of sitra achra, everything is dinam, and all the onsham that comes from avaida. It's not like a oinish. It's not like people thinking that you do a bad thing, so I'll give you a punishment. No, it says in Pusik, it says, I forgot the Pusik, but the thing is that the oven by himself, the oven, weet je? Nee. Zo, ik wist de Pusik, als de oven line, this is the oinish.
You basically go into judgment.
You go into judgment and you go into the oinish. You go by yourself into a mukam of gvidas, to a mukam of evil. I don't know how do you call it, evil.
Judgments, harsh judgments. Strange.
Because the schlechte, the sitra de gvira, all symptom is this when a person goes in there. So the whole Torah is fakir. The whole Torah mitzvahs is the opposite to make them tukas on dinam. All them took to sweeten the judgment and take it all from a person, and it should be sweet for him. This is chesed. So the avoida is that when a person do an avoida, so he comes up to the Beis Mikdash and he gives the carbon to the kohen, and then there's the levium. So the kohen is chesed and the Levi is gevira, and together the main avoida is that Hashem wants that the levium should be butel to the kahana. So that means that the gevira should be butel to the chesed. So
Judgment should be butel
to the side of chesed. Chesed is what? You know what chesed? Chesed, yeah. So the side of chesed, yeah.
Benevolence, right?
Okay. So
judgment
the judgment gets
it.
and this is makes it amtukah. Make it sweet. This we see in the beginning of the Bria, it says B'rayshis buru elakim at hashamayim esoretz. So elakim, we know every time elakim is midas adin, and the whole Bria was vayomer elakim, because the before the Bria it was oid ein sof. That means it's pashas hachesed. Hashem by himself is toif betachlas atoif. So if there is no kaila, there is no tzimtzum, you cannot be makabel. There is no way to get the chesed, to get the type.
It's all good, and if there's no boundaries. If there's no
boundaries,
then
and there's no kaila. If you don't have a kaila,
Vessels to receive.
you need a vessel to receive. Right?
to receive. So all the bria is that the Hashem did tzimtzimim. So in the avoida is that the dinam should be nimtek, it should be sweetened. This is the whole thing. When it should be dinam, it gotta be dinam. If not, if out dinam, you don't have anything. But the dinam should not be bitter. It could be all. It gotta be sweetened. So all the kind of dinam that is coming down. The more deeper it goes, then it's getting more hard, more bad. So the avoid is to bring the dinam back. B'sharsham, it is called in the Svurim. Am tukas dinam b'sharsham. And Reb Nosson said that this is the ikaru avoida, our avoida in this world is to be. But they call avoida sign idea. All avoida. How you call the avoida in English? The avoida, the all work, our work, all is our.
To Hashem should be sweetened.
To sweeten the dinam.
Harshness. That's right. He's asking why does it have to be dinam? You said it has to be dinam. So
It has to be dinam because dinam means
Why is it
dinam.
necessary
The concept of dinam is tzimtzum.
It's only supposed to be a boundary. It's only supposed to be holding that the shefa doesn't go like everywhere. It's supposed to be like a kaila. And the problem is if you're too long in there, it becomes bitter, it becomes bad things.
And
But
it comes
really, the whole purpose of it is meant to be just like this is holding Coca-Cola, it's holding Shefa.
correct.
That's
If you
it.
should have water without kailam, let's see.
No, then you can't drink it. You can only drink it
It's
with
gonna go around and around and
It
around
only
and
becomes
around.
bad if you stay too
This-
long in it.
This is where it started with. But if there is no kaila, then it's gonna be a mabel. And the oimek was that the mabel, the oinish from the mabel is because the people broke the boundaries, so that so now it's such a big dinam that it makes without the real dinam, it's getting the most dinam.
Is there any din in Shemayim?
A din min hashamayim.
Yeah. True or false?
Was?
He's asking if there are dinim in Shemayim.
Sure, if it's toif. If there is a din that it's gotta be a din, what do you mean, a din, a bad din, like a oinish? It gotta be the mystic of dinam is a very good thing. The mystic of sitra, the gvira, the concept
has to exist.
judgment and also tzimtzum.
It's like
Tzimtzum and
stop
judgment
sign.
means
It stops
Stairs
from
too?
traffic colliding.
Stairs too? Sorry.
upstairs there's also dinam. The mystic of dinam is the mystic of making a tzimtzum, to make a kli. Without the mystic, the word din means to make a kli, a kaila,
The
a kaila.
concept of judgment of this, to have a vessel,
But is there in
in the
Shemayim?
vessel you could receive good.
Show everything min hashamayim. This is the toiva. Sure, there is everything that is coming with the frame of something. That you want to make something in a frame. That means a din. This is min
You need
hashamayim.
a frame in Shemayim.
There is also if there is no frame, there is
You
no
don't have any
asuga.
You don't have any physical, so what do you need a frame for?
But if there is no frame, then there is no somebody that should be masik something. Everything got to be in a frame of a cycle. Yeah. If somebody is masik something and knows
It comes
something,
down in a tzimtzum,
it comes
no?
in a cycle. A cycle by itself is a tzimtzum. Kidding. If there is no, you can. Hashem is like less machshavat tfisa by klal. There's no
Whereas
tachlis of
b'shayrish, it's all good, it's all toif.
Sure.
When it comes down to our level, we have to receive it in a vessel that, from our perspective, has to be dinim. In its root, in Shemayim, all the way up, and it originates all from toif, right?
Cool,
Everything
sure.
comes from toif, everything comes from goodness. But as it comes down to our level,
It comes down and down and down, and then it's getting more tzimtzum, and it could go like
restricted more and more
this
until
is the
it's
place
kind of
where the
physical.
clippers are yoinik from dinam, because the mystic of dinam is like a small cycle to make the cycle smaller, and over there it could be like to go away from cycle at all, to be all masashtis, all kinds of silas and silly things. So this is the whole concept that it should be dinam. The right dinam that it should be sichlias, it should be cycle, and should be able to be makabel the toy from Hashem. This is the main thing. So this is the avoida that Hashem wants. It should be dafka leviam v'yeluvi alechu b'shasichu. It says that the leviam should be meshuras. They should serve the kahanam. They should serve Aharna Kohen and the kahanam, because the Kohen is isha chesed, and you need the leviam to be.
Kohen represents chesed, the Levi represents kavura.
Represents Gevura. So you have the Gevura is coming to the Chesed. So this is the Shleimus. So let's say when Moshe is be'emes the Kohen Gudel. Moshe is called the tzaddik is called Kohen because it says in Pusik Sifse Kohen Yishmeri Das v'Toira Yavakshim Mipi. Sifse Kohen Yishmeri Das. That means the lips of the Kohen gives out the das, and you should learn Torah from his mouth. Ki Malach Hashem Tzvukas. This is what it says in Pusik. Ki Malach Hashem Tzvukas, because the Rav is like Malach Hashem Tzvukas. If the Gemara darshans immer Rav doime la Malach Hashem Tzvukas, then you should be makabel the Torah. Then you should be makabel. Ki Malach Hashem Tzvukas. Then you should Torah Yivakshim be. The tzaddik is the beginner from a Rav doime la Malach Hashem. He's the Kohen. He's the real Kohen. So the whole world is like Levium, clap. But if you compare to the tzaddik as everybody in Gevira. So our avodah is that we should be brutal, like the Levium should be brutal to the Kohen. Is our avodah to be brutal to Moshe, to the Kohen, to the tzaddik, and this is the way, like we are taking off the dinam and we sweeten the dinam b'sharsham.
When Mashiach comes, do we need all this stuff?
Definitely, of course. Because from the Schulas Abriya, this is what we want to understand, that the whole mystic of Dinam is in our heads. It's like it looks like it's a bad thing, that we don't need it. It's no Dinam. So if Mashiach comes and we have everything, so why we need the Dinam for? But it's not true. The whole Bria Su'olam was because Hashem wants to be mightaf for people. That's why He created the whole world, that He wants to give out His toif, His good. There should be people, there should be makablet. So if there is people, let's say that we have people, every person is a tzimtzum, is a din. You can call it from the pneumius perspective, from the inside, is everybody. It's like a din. Every person is like a tzimtzum. If there is no,
But our neshama is not.
the neshama should be separate. Like the neshama came out. It's like it says in the Lushon Kabbalah, netzel from Hashem Yisborach. Yeah, Hashem is our Ein Sof. All the neshamas are netzel coming out from Him. Yes. So in the way we see it. Yeah. Every neshama to be like a different neshama. That you are this person, I am my, and everybody is different, and we have all people that everybody should be able to be makabel from Hashem. This mystic by itself is dinam. That everybody is separate, and the same thing is like in every perspective that
But
it
in
should.
the next world, are we separate?
The next word we're going to be in the Rebbe says in some place in the Torah. That it's something that we cannot understand it in this world because the cycle is too narrow to understand it, is that it says the Lushon, "V'nizgav Hashem levadoi." It says the Lushon, "Ein lo re'aso lekim ze l'seichu, be'olam habu ein lo re'aso lekim ze l'seichu." Like it looks like the beginning of the Bria was Hashem by Himself, yeah. How we say, that Hashem was king before everything creation, yeah? When it's going to finish, so He's going to be also by Himself, He's going to be the Melech. So what was the whole Bria here?
The whole creation.
Whole creation. So He started off by Himself and He ends up by Himself. So this is a very interesting thing. So the whole Bria is nothing. And it's definitely not true. But from the other side, this is what it is. So the Rebbe says, so it's definitely that the all Bria, that all avoidance that we did, and every neshama will get schar, and there is like separates. Everybody is like, everybody has its own neshama and its own avoida and all the schar that he's going to get for its avoida. Because this mystic is called dinam. But from the other side, the Rebbe says there is a kasha that is impossible to understand. Now, how it's going to be the chilik aschar l'chol echad ve'echad lefi madragon soy after this, because the main olam abu is that it's going to be back to Achdus Hashem. This is the real olam abu, means that everybody should be nichlal in the toivu amiti. This is the main concept of olam abu.
What does that mean?
That means
Everyone should be re-included into the ultimate good. So we're all separates, and eventually we'll all be unified and get back to Hashem. All our neshamas came from Hashem, which is an infinite light.
So why would we need dinner?
And we have our avodah on this
So
world.
what's the point of having dinner?
So this is what I want to say now. So the thing is that it's going to be, there is a thing that everything is going to be separate, and everybody will have his own neshama and his own schar, but it's going to be back nichlal, back created to Hashem. So it's back included into Hashem.
So it's going to be separate and
Yeah, this is two afaychim that we cannot understand how it's going to work these two things together, because when it's too
Paradox.
when it's too much dinam, that means that everybody's getting separate, and then this is the main concept of the Sitra Achra, that they are called Alma de Perida. It's not Achdus. It says that the Nafshas Isaf is Nefushas Rabbas. The whole family of Isaf, they are called Nefoshois, Lushan Rab. Over the 70 people from Weiss Yankov, the grandchildren, Yankov and Ibonov and the Bnei Bonov, the grandchildren, they're called Shivim Nefesh. They're only one. So what's the difference? The difference is that the All Sitra Achra is like separate, everything's separate. And this, the whole thing is, of all the Chatuam, is that everybody wants himself. I need my Tavas, everybody work for himself. But Klal Yisrael is fakir, the opposite. That everybody is a different person, but we know the shoydish that we are, and all the avoid is to get achdus, to bring everything together, and to be mavatal all these separate, the separate guy. This means it takes off dinam. This takes off all dinam. The anshem is also because when a person goes into a, we can talk about this. It goes so deep and everything. Like the Rebbe says in other place that all kind of chalas. That means when a person gets sick, illness, yeah, all kinds of illness. What is the pneumius? What is the definition that a person gets sick? That means that be'emes, every person is bashafim, is created in a way that he has dalat yisoidas, and the avoida is that all the dalat yisoidas should be working together. Everybody.
Four Shmuley, how do you call them?
Elements.
Four elements.
Four elements. So 4 elements, and when all the 4 elements are working properly and they're working together, then a person has life and is healthy. Yeah, but when it's getting like a machloike in there, so something is, they're not working together. Even if one of the yisoidas they know how to work together, then it's getting illness. This is the whole the machlas.
Heat is elevated.
The heat elevated a little.
It's an imbalance.
Imbalance. And this is all kind of machlas, all kind of illnesses. Is this problem? And the main avoider from the doctor, from the all kind of refias, is to balance it together, to understand what the machla is and what to bring up, what to bring down, to make shulam in the person. It says a pusik shulam leruchik velakuref umar Hashem refusif. That means all kind of refuah to heal illness is called shulam. So the all ansham, the all kind of dinam that we said that we know in our head what it's called dinam, all kinds of bad things, is the nakuda is that because everything is getting separate, there's no shulam. But when a person is doing a chet, that means that he took dinam on. He went to a side. He was not doing something that is be'emes nichlal in Hashem. That it's mukam achdas. We are so lucky that we have the zechia that Moshe Rabbeinu gave us das, that we have 613 mitzvahs. That these things, when we do this thing, then we have shulam. We're making shulam. We take dinam. That means we take things that is dinam. Let's see. We take this water, yeah, and we put it in a kaila. This water is like a din, because it's only mayim. It's not aish riach. It's not. I'm talking now from this point. Aish mayim riach. If riach offer, yeah, it's four elements. So everything by himself is a din. It's only good.
Unification is the opposite of din. Separation is judgment. So if you separate the elements, those are judgments. When you unify everything and everything is properly balanced, that is chesed.
Yeah, that's chesed, and then everything is working, and then it's coming out. Everything is nice and everything is beautiful, and so we have a mitzvah to make a bracha. So when we say a bracha on this makes that this din should be nimtik, and also all the kind of mitzvahs that when we wear the tzitzos, when we take this makes something a tikkun in the think of the tzitzos bechlal, and it makes it for the whole person. It takes dinam and it brings it to some place that we don't even know why it is like this. But this is every mitzvah, every single mitzvah is doing this avoida of taking the dinam from the bria and to be mamtig it. This is the olam abu that we're going to see what we did to bringing the world together, and and this is the beauty of the bria, what it's going to be when it's going to end up. So it's going to be mamash. We're going to have the tonic to understand it and to be masik and to be nichlal in this, because the dance is like you're getting there. So the Rebbe says that we cannot understand now these two opposites. That it's one thing is that it's going to be only Hashem. So we end the way we started, and from the other side, it's not going to be like this, because everybody going to have his own schar and his own avoida that he did, and he's separate. So this is like two afaychim. This we cannot understand it. So this
Where's this come from? Zohar?
probably it's in the Zohar too. This is what I see it in Lekita Maran now. I don't know Zohar. I don't know Zohar. Probably that is there. All kinds of this concept is probably in Kabbalah. So where are we holding to? So we're going back to the avoida of the Kahanim and the Levium. So the avoida from the Levi is to be brutal to the Kohen, and then. What do you mean butel? How you say butel in English? Butel.
Nullified, subservient.
Nullified.
Subservient.
Nullified.
Maybe you should be. No?
Subservient means a person. Nullified.
Nullified. You should be nullified to the Levi should be nullified to the Kohen. That means that the Gevira should be nullified to the Chesed, and then it works together. So this brings all the Amtuka. So when a person does an Avaida, he comes up to the Beis Hamikdash and he brings the carbon to the Kohen, and the Leviim are singing. So they're working together. And this brings the Yerida Shiva, it comes back, and then it's getting the Chet is getting the Schaper, and he's mamtik the Dinam, and that
Singing is also dinam.
oh, this is another
Music
thing.
is also dinam.
Every music
Because if you're going off the note,
even the off the note, and even the differences of the note. It's
it's good dinam.
yeah. And so the avoida of Korach, though he was in such a big madraiga Korach, so he didn't want. So the Rebbe says that the whole Yetzer Hara, the mystic from Yetzer Hara is also coming from the mystic from Geviras, from Dinam. This is the mystic. The mystic is the concept. The concept of Yetzer Hara is created because there is din. This is the so over there. This is the beginning of the Yetzer Hara. The second it started up with the din, then it's getting there is a mystic that it could be another side. So this is the shorish of the Yetzer Hara. So when a person is going, all the chatuam, all the his gabras, all the tavas, that everything that is the Mizgaber,
Strengthening of our desires, all the
Mashiach, the Gabras Hayatze, the Gabras Hayatze that is pulling us to do other things, bad things. That means that it's Gabras Adinam. It comes from Dinam. So when there is Amtukas Adinam, then the Yetzer Hara is getting weaker and weaker.
sweetening of the judgment. When the sweetening of the judgment,
Then
the
the
Yetzer
Yetzer
Hara is
is getting calm because he's
down,
getting
relaxed.
off. Yeah, because it's not this koyach, it's koyach from the Yetzer Hara. So this is Bechluli is the avoida. Bechluli is the avoida is that to be mamtik the dinam. And Korach, I forgot already what I wanted to start. So the avoida from us is also the same thing, to be brutal to the tzaddik, and to put away our mind. The main thing is that the main mukamat tzimtzum is everybody in the mind. The mind is the main symptom in a person. Everybody understands.
The main constrictions are in the mind.
Yeah,
Small
because everybody
constrictions.
understands things different, and he has like perspective the way. This is the main mukamat tzimtzum baden is in the mind. So when a person is taking his mind and is I forgot the mavatl the word.
Nullifies himself to.
Yeah, to the tzaddik, and so that means that he takes off all the dinam, and he's mamtik the dinam from himself. So this is the mamish, the gewaltige schis that we have. Bechluli is his Torah mitzvahs. That means that we are brutal to the atzas Moshe, to Moshe emas, v'terus emas, all the Torah's Moshe that we do. This is and there is in every single dar, there is the Moshe Shabadar, that when you listen to him, then we have the atzas atzadik that brings you to the Torah's Moshe. The main thing that we have the Rebbe is that we should be able to be Makayim Torah's Moshe, and to take off like this Gabras Hayatzer, to make him more weak, and to bring all the dinam that we what we're doing with Avodas and all this kind of stuff, then to sweeten it up. This is the mamish, the moedige zechia, and the moedige ashraini that we have. I said the shraini, the gewaldige, we lucky, the gift that we have the zechia to be brutal to the tzaddik. So this is ashraini.
This gift to you, this gift in English.
Gift. Good.
Connecting ourselves to a tzaddik and we sweeten our judgments. You know that.
Yeah, we connected. Yeah, this is the way that the person is getting less yatzerara, and also it makes him a way to understand himself, to understand other people, because his mind is getting more wide. So Korach was thinking that he's gonna be a suchel. He's gonna be like silly when he listens to the tzaddik, and the Amos is ping the opposite. That when a person is not to be mevatel himself to the tzaddik, and he thinks that he's a chacham, then he is in such a narrow mind, and he has so much dinam on himself, and the whole way of thinking is with such as gabras adinam in himself and in him. That's big. Is the opposite from a chacham. The chacham is like not to be narrow-minded, to have to see more wider. To see the mind should be more wide, and to understand things on different ways. Let's talk about the be'etzim. This week, it says the Rambam said that one of the mitzvahs this week, the loisas from this week, is v'leyik a koirach v'kadusay, is that's a laugh of machloikas. V'chlulias. It says the koirach did machloika, so every person, two people have chavos shulam machloika. It's a laugh. Loyik a koirach v'kadusay. This is what the Rambam. This is one of the mitzvahs of this week. So b'chlulias machloikas is the parsha. This week's parsha. So machloikas, all kinds of arguments, all kinds of machloikas is why is it happening? What is the shoydish? What is the word, the root from the machloika? Is because a person doesn't understand the other person. Two people are thinking a different way, and they cannot see a way how to get together. This is a machloika. But if the mind is getting more wider, so there's place in my mind to see my mind, and also to see the other mind, the opposite. Could be like one way like this and the other way fakir, and my mind have place to see both. So I have place for another thing. So I'm okay with me, and I'm also okay with a different perspective, with a different mind. So that means that people can be ba'achdas. This is like. This is the main thing to not have machloikas mean to broaden the mind. So this is avoida how you do it, how you have the ability to broaden the mind. And this is the koyach from Moshe. This is what we're saying, that when a person that he's mevatel himself to Moshe, that means that he takes his dinam and he's mamtig, he's sweeten it, then his mind. The reason why a mind is so narrow is because there is a lot of din in there. It's too much din. You got to bring in sweetness to make it more wide. The din should not be such a big din, such a strong din. You understand what I mean? The din is like having a drink, make it narrow. This is din, and to make it more wide, this is chesed. The opposite. So the way is to make the din and to make it more wider. And this is the emes beauty from the avodah from Klal Yisrael, to have place for another person and to understand even if a person is so different than me, and it looks for me that mamishi makes chor of the world, but he has a different way of thinking, that he's building the world. So there's many ways, but so this is the sheinkeit from Klal Yisrael. And this is what we see, Baruch Hashem, by Breslov Hasidim, that there can be a lot of people with different ways of looking on things and seeing things and understanding things, but there's place for another person, and this brings Ahavas Yisrael. The understanding from Ahavas Yisrael is this: that I understand that there is another way how a person can serve Hashem, and his kavuna, his machshava is also l'shem shemayim, and he's doing so. even with the way I think is you should not do it. But he has a different way, and from his side, he has a kavuna l'Shem Shemayim, and Hashem has nachas from this. So the avodas Hashem is such a clueless. The God is so everything. He take everything in that he can take all the opposites, and they're all true in his perspective. So Baruch Hashem that we have the zechia that everybody of us has mamish an avoida that he is doing, and it's be'emes chusha for Hashem, and that's what Hashem Yisborach says, that Yisru el Hashem b'chu espor. That what we started, that the main thing of his pa'aretz is when it's kluli sagavna, and even a person by himself, every person has a lot of difference of governance in himself. He has
Person's made of different colors.
different colors, different ways. Some places he is like very Gevira, and the Gevira is a very good thing. He has this lahavas of avoida. This comes from Gevira, and also there's other kind of fakir that is have harchuva to give chesed and the giver. So this is kluli sagavna, and this is what Hashem has from gewaldige nachas and esparas from everybody from us Yisroel Hashem b'chu espur. And also, we gotta appreciate and respect and to have espadas from our other eat. So this is the limma that we have this week, to have shulam and not to have machloikas, and to understand. And this brings away all kinds of yisiram, all kinds of ansham and dinam, the evil, all the bad things should be, all the judgments, and we should have all the kind of ashpur stoivas. Should bring to the Gila that we are heading to the Gila, to the Gila Sida, that all the dinam should be sweetened on the right way. It should be makabel the toif shaboy. Oh my.
Sky, beautiful. Sky. Sky. Reuvein, Nagil.